will start our recording. Okay, let me just get all this situated. Great. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm excited to start another week. Let me adjust this. Start another week with you. And so we'll start to transition our practice, which we've been doing from a slow flow into more grounding poses. We're getting into this fall time where it's very turbulent in the air. And so we were chatting before class started that some folks are experiencing, droughts, and as a product of drought, then there's an intense amount of fires. Lightning is, of course, a natural way of cleansing, but with it comes a lot of destruction. And so the winds then perpetuate all of this transition. And so that can make us feel a little bit, out of balance. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for about the next month, really working to ground. So focusing on our stable lower half of our body, and then really imagining that we're engaging throughout the core, throughout all of our practices together. So to start out with this both cleansing and grounding practice, I'm just going to have you come to a comfortable seat. And for me, this afternoon, that means I'm going to come to Virasana. I'm going to stick a block between my ankles, and we're going to go through a little bit of a breathing exercise. And this exercise is called Nadi Shodhana, and that means alternative nostril breathing. And so if it's available for you, you're welcome to close your eyes during this practice, but you might want to watch for the first couple rounds as I'm instructing. And then when you find your rhythm, go ahead and allow your body to just come into a natural breath pattern that works for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick up your peace fingers, face them towards me, and then bring that middle and that pointer finger together. I'm going to have you use your thumb, and we're just going to turn that so it kind of looks like a V. Here, let me get a little closer. So it looks like a V. And then what I'm going to have you do is take those two peace fingers and just allow them to create a little bit of a circular movement between your eyebrows, that third eye position. And then for some of us, this could be a little tricky part, but I'm going to have you bring that fourth finger, that ring finger, to the outside of the left nostril. And then I'm going to have you release that, and then just feel what it feels like to have your thumb press into that right nostril. These are very light presses, alternating between your pressing in of your left nostril with your ring finger, and then releasing, and then pressing in with your thumb on your right nostril. And so that's the movement that we're going to be taking. If you feel like it's weird to have your hands on your face, or it's too frustrating, you can throw that all away, and you can just focus on inhaling through one nostril while closing off the other, and then inhaling from the other nostril and closing off the other. But those that like to follow along with their hands, go right ahead. And so like I said, I'll direct you with my voice, and then feel free to watch. And so what I'm going to have you do to begin with is to just slightly plug that right nostril with your thumb, just pressing in a little bit. And then I want you to inhale through that left nostril, breathing up, envisioning that air circulating throughout your navel cavity. And then pressing to close off that left nostril, releasing the right thumb, the thumb from the right nostril, and allowing that air to come down out through the opposite nostril. And then you're going to inhale through that right nostril. My thumb is sticking out straight, imagining that air, that cleansing air, allowing it to circulate. And then close off that right nostril with the thumb and release, allowing the air to flow out through the left nostril. We're back to where we started now. So inhaling through that left nostril for 3, 2, 1, closing off, releasing the right, and exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling through the right for 3, 2, 1, closing off and releasing, exhaling through the left for 3, 2, 1. I'll talk you through once more. So inhaling through the left for 3, 2, 1, closing off, opening through the right, exhaling for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling through the right for 3, 2, 1, closing off, opening and releasing through the left for 3, 2, 1. And so go ahead and take that movement of the air up and out the opposite side, allowing yourself to have a couple breaths here. If at any time it's too complicated, by all means, you can bring your hands down onto your knees and just visualize the breath coming in and just sending thought to that part of the nose. If your hand gets tired, go ahead and give yourself a hug so that you can rest your elbow on that hand. Continue with the pace that you're at and just take notice. How is your spine stacked? Have it as a nice straight column, or at least a lined upwards column. And as I mentioned to you, the sequence that we're going to be going through is really focused on regaining some of that balance that this fall season often takes from us. And so the breath technique that you're doing right now is really working to merge together the left and the right, our yin and our yang. And so we're constantly breathing in and out of one nostril, allowing one to lead with a little bit more force while the other maybe takes a break through the day. And so this one intentionally is activating and strengthening the muscles across both sides of the body. Let's take this for another 2 more cycles, wherever you're at. And then the next time you exhale out of the left side nostril, go ahead and bring your hands to heart center so you're signaling to me that you're complete. Nice job. And then if you would like to join me on a full inhale through your nose, we can join in for the sound of Om. Let's inhale together. Om.